All right. Had to kill the video. Of course, there's a car coming up behind me. It's my brother's over there. Of course. Okay. Whew. Now it's getting dark. Now it's nighttime. Now, an ornamental pine. Yeah, it's it's nice. It's when they say, you've heard that expression, go out and touch grass. Well, I don't want to touch grass. I want to walk in some snow. Just enough snow. Not so much snow that I got to put freaking tennis rackets on my boots, but not so little that it's just like powder. I want to see some snow, some nice little snow. Anyway, Concerta back in November. It was November of 23, so a year and 2 months ago. The doctor was a pain in the ass. I'll play the fucking message, but eventually she agreed to give me Concerta. But I had to sign a contract because, it's a controlled substance, saying I wouldn't abuse it. And she agreed to release it, this boss doctor lady. And I got a month's worth, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good, but I didn't use it all. I just took a few pills, and then I ended up in the hospital due to my torn inferior epigastric artery, which, no, had nothing to do with the Concerta. Nothing to do with that. I don't think anything to do with pills. It was, unrelated. So I sort of gave up on it. And I had these Concerta pills that I got back in November, and every so often I would take one. And recently I was down to just one pill. Do you see anything interesting? Looking around? My brother's looking for what?
I'm looking at, right up ahead. There's like 2 stars there.
Okay.
And there's another one if you go to the west.
Okay.
They're all stationary.
Okay.
So those must be stars.
Well, it's a clear winter night. You're going to see all kinds of, all kinds of constellations and shit, especially as it starts to get a little darker. Anyway, I was trying to say, so I was down to one Concerta pill. I went to the doctor, what was it? Was it on Friday?
Yes, you did.
And I told you the whole thing. The guy's boss, not the same lady, but the guy, this clinic, he needed his boss, whoever it is now, to sign off. She was off. He's gone on vacation this week. Today's Martin Luther King Day. And this time, not only did we sign a contract, like last time, he wanted me to take a piss test. And I was like, a piss test? And he thought I had something to hide. He was like, well, yeah, do you smoke marijuana? I said, no, I vape nicotine. I have nothing to hide. But I didn't have to do this last time. This sounds like a royal pain in the ass. I even said, I don't have to piss right now. I said, can I step outside and chug some iced tea? He goes, sure. But then the nurse lady, as we're going out, nurse lady says, oh, the lab is closed. Now, the lab is just a room you go into and you piss in a jar and you give it to them. But because there were no lab nurses or lab techs there to receive it, the nurse said, you can't go in there and do that. Even though all you're doing is pissing in a jar, you can't.
A jar.
Yeah.
That's what I love to say, buddy.
It's like,
Piss in a cup.
even though you're pissing in a fucking cup or whatever, you can't do it unless there's someone there to observe. Because I guess it does make sense, because let's say someone really is a druggie, they could get their friend or their girlfriend to piss in the cup and switch it out. So I guess you're right. I guess they want to observe you piss. Fine. So there was no one there to watch me piss. So the guy's like, that's on Friday. Come back on Tuesday, because Monday's a fucking holiday, because Martin Luther fucking King. And then, I'm on vacation next week. Anyway, long story short, I had one Concerta pill left, and today I said, fuck it. Before I went out to shovel, I streamed this morning, I ate the meat pie, and I said, you know what, I'm going to take that Concerta pill. And I do think it helps with my ADHD, because I don't think I'd be able to take this walk without that pill. I'd probably just be on the couch, all nervous and anxious, vaping, drinking beer. I think the Concerta really got me going. I'd like to get back on Concerta, and I'll even take a piss test for it. But, that's what I'm saying. It's like, so I took my last Concerta pill. They only gave me 30. And the doctor did say, because I said to him, what, I got to come back every fucking month? Because if I take the piss test and all goes well, of course there'll be more malarkey, but eventually they'll give me 30 days. I'm like, so every month I got to come back? And he said, well, no, come back in a month. We'll get you the pills, come back in a month. And if you seem to be doing well on the pills, we can make it like every 90 days. I'm like, okay. So far I like the Concerta, but I also took a like I said, I see a psychiatrist once every maybe month or 2 months, occasionally 3 months, and it's all virtual. I see him for 5 minutes. I told you, buddy, I call them the candy man, right?
Yes, you do.
All you do, it's like all they say is, how you feeling? Okay. All they're there to do is give you a prescription. They say, it's amazing the world we live in. I look at them on the computer for 5 minutes, and they say, okay, we've sent the world we live in, man. We didn't grow up in a world like this. We sent the pills to your pharmacy, and I'll get a text on my phone, beep, beep. But they can't give me Concerta. It's like a controlled substance. And the doctor's office, the clinic, makes me sign a fucking, drug form and now take a piss test, apparently. All right, but I want it to come this way. Well, I think this Concerta, it's such a shame it's my last pill. I want to see if I can get a Concerta more steadily, because, I'm not saying I'm fine, but do I seem more alert or awake or not really? Or is it just the briskness of the winter walk? I feel more like, let's go for a walk.
Perhaps they're working in tandem.
Yes. Now, this is our 4th bridge. We've crossed, was it 4 bridges? Is it 1, 2, 3?
Yes, sir.
The first bridge had that Eastern European woman with the dog. Then there was a smaller bridge, then an even smaller bridge. But here, there's a one-way bridge, but it's okay, one-lane bridge. It's okay, let's go over here real quick. Okay. I wouldn't do it now, but in the past, people have ice skated on this pond here. This is a creek. This is actually the same creek we passed.
Yeah.
If you go down that way, go upstream. If you were on a boat, it's summertime, it would eventually take you back to that bridge with the lady with the dogs. Yes. But as it comes down here, they built this dam. So the creek widens here into this pond. So it's still the same creek, it's just wider here. And I think there's an old photo or old paintings of, people ice skating here in the winter. So it's a nice idyllic, well, it's getting dark now. So I don't know you can see much. But I wanted to tell my Concerta story and we'll just get over this bridge. This is bridge number 4. This is the same fucking creek. Upstream we saw that lady with the dog. And if you look, it's getting dark, but you can see that's all water and it's frozen. It's a stationary pond. It's slowly moving, but it's a pretty wide pond that they created when they dammed. There's an old historic bridge. When they dammed, you can't see it here, this creek, the dam is over there. Maybe you can hear it. There's a dam right there. This building here is the old mill that's actually on the water. All this here, this ice is actually water. And right there, it's very hard to see. We're getting dark. Actually, you have your flashlight? You have your phone? Let's just try something real quick. Put your flashlight on and point it towards the dam. I'm not going to walk down there. It's too cold. But if we'd come here like half an hour earlier, you could see this is a frozen pond. And right there is the dam. And you see the water flowing downstream. See? Here, come through. Don't be ashamed. It's okay. I don't know what we can see here. No, not helping? Oh, well. But you can kind of make out. Right there's a little dam, there's a cliff, you hear the water. Okay, we just want to share all this because, hey, why not? See a nice old bridge. Okay, we got a car coming, so let's cross this fucking bridge. So anyway, up that way, up creek, upstream, was that nice Eastern European lady with her 2 dogs. What are their names? Izzy and Coco, or whatever the fuck they were called. Charlie, okay. And here you can see the other side of the pond, the mill. As long as they see us and don't run us over. Again, this road, it's a one-way fucking bridge. Another reason why traffic is light here. You can only go one way. Let's get on the, come on, get on the snow so this asshole can get out of, okay. Let's let him go. And I must have a slight cut or tear or scratch on the lens because at nighttime I always get these starbursts. But yeah, there's the one-lane bridge. Another car. Jesus Christ. Pause it. Well, maybe the headlights of this car can show you. There's the mill. Right, there's the pond. There's the dam. Kind of now you really can't see it. We'll come back here some other time. Oh, well. I guess there's a lot of traffic over here in the middle of nowhere. These are old historic homes. There's someone in that window. I can't see. But here, I'm not going to walk down on it if you can see it. Right here, got to be careful. The water comes up right here. This building actually extends into the water. And there's like a door there. There's the old mill. So, I think it's a private residence now, but take my word for it, it's a nice little dam. All right. Anything else I shared my Concerta story. I want more Concerta. I think the Concerta's keep me going. For better or for worse, I like the way I feel right now. Doesn't look like anyone's here. But yeah, it's a nice historic mill with a dam. House across the street's very historic. Very nice, very historic. Okay, so we've seen some snow, some trees. We only saw one person. If you're watching this video, you've seen me, you've seen my brother, and you've seen some nice lady with some sort of Eastern European accent. Unless, who knows, maybe she was Scandinavian. Should have asked her if she was Swedish. She's clearly not American, but she's very friendly. And she had 2 nice dogs. I've been around dog people. Here's another historic house they're working on. My brother's disappeared from sight. But I want to get back on Concerta. I want to try to get onto Medicaid. That's my next step. First, I want to hear back about the fucking food stamps. Do I try to reapply for Social Security? Can I? Buddy, like, oh, here, these are all historic houses on this street, right? These are all like...
Yeah, I guess centuries old.
Yeah, I don't have to go back to the colonial era, but they definitely go back to the early pre-Civil War for sure.
Yes.
So there's nice historic homes. Can you get on SSI while waiting for SSDI? Because you know, maybe SSDI, which is better, takes longer. Maybe they'll approve me for SSI if they see my disabilities and the fact that I'm unemployed, so I can get SSI, the shittier one, temporarily, while I'm awaiting SSDI. That's kind of nice. Look in the distance. Do they have for Christmas? They put like it's like a cross, I guess. Hold on. This is some nice scenic country. I think the last time I walked here, up to the end here, if you're paying attention, I doxed myself. I showed the street sign. So, even though I show you now, it's too dark, but I think this is fairly easy to find. And we're just going for a walk and talk. What do we talk about? Concerta. We talk about trees. What the fuck else do we talk about here, buddy?
Winter sky.
Winter sky. Hold on. They're not religious, but I take my glove off. Take the glove off so I can scroll in. I guess these people have, not religious, but it's Christmas era, so I guess they put up a giant cross light. Happy holidays, get in the spirit. Well, it's almost end of January, so maybe they're just holy rollers. I don't know. But it's nice. See a cross burning in the night. Yeah, hold on, buddy. I'm gonna. Yeah, I see. It's like it's hard to see here. I love. There's a cross, and behind the cross is a giant American flag. So it's hard. I can't get it to focus. Oh well. Take my word for it. You got a giant cross and an American flag behind it. I said a cross burning in the night.
You shouldn't say a cross burning.
Yeah. Now I realize how it sounds. Yes. I realize how it sounds after. I just meant like, you're lost in the wilderness. You look up to the sign. You get a sign. You think you're gonna die, but you get a sign from God. The cross appears in the sky. That's all I meant. But yeah, I guess. And buddy, you gotta go to work tomorrow, right?
I do.
So well, it's still actually. Let's do a time check. Because what time did it get dark? We're on that road over there.
5:20.
Yeah, because it was now 5:20. It was still twilighty. Well, I guess now this is twilight. This is dusk. We're at dusk.
5:51.
Okay, at 5:19, 5:20, it was. I would just say sunsetish. Sunset. This is dusk.
Say 15 minutes.
So somewhere between 5:20 and 5:50, in the 5 o'clock hours when it gets dark. So hold on, because now it's dark. Are they coming this way? They're over the bridge? No, they're going that way. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, buddy. This was the planet we saw before, and you said that slightly to the southwest. You can kind of see it here very faintly. Yep, I know. Come on, get the fuck out of the way. Got another one. Come on. Directing fucking traffic. Okay, you were saying, it was nice of them to stop at least. A lot of people wouldn't. You were saying that's a planet of some sort. I don't know if it's Venus or Neptune, or not Neptune, Venus or Mercury or one of them. You're saying you see, yes, hard to see with the telephone wire. There is, if you can see the planet and you can see the telephone wire, just above the telephone wire to the southwest of the planet, there's some very faint, yes, it could be a faint little star, a faint further out planet, who knows. There are apps apparently that tell you, I don't have one, you have to pay for it, that can tell you, you hold it to the sky, it tells you what you're looking at. So maybe we're looking to one of those.
And there's some with these old trees.
Let's look at some of these apps. We live in this modern era. Might as well, enjoy it. Even though it's getting too dark. Right here. And there's our guiding light. The cross with Old Glory. Whew. But yes, now it's nighttime. Now it's dark. My hands are getting cold. I took my mittens off. It's like my fingers frozen. Like I said, usually when it snows, it's mild. And it stays mild. Then after sunset, okay, temperature starts to drop. It's been cold all fucking day, hasn't it?
Yes, yes.
Oh, Christ, it's been cold all day. It's not usually this cold on the day of snow itself. I keep repeating that because, no, it's not usually this bitter cold the day of. I know now sun is setting, but still Still, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Should I zoom in on that? They can see it.
As long as they can see it.
Take my word, there's a cross, a lighted cross, and there's an American flag behind it, giant American flag, and that's a pine. It's actually in front of a pine. If you can make out the pine, that's a pine. Whew. That over there, you can see us. It's too late to point out trees. But no, I like the idea of the tree app and the night sky map. So if anybody knows of any apps that are free and how to use them, by all means, please leave a comment down below. Can't even see my hand in front of my face. Because there's a car coming, buddy, so I'll let him go by. Okay. Anyone else? Was that? That was an SUV?
Yes, very big.
Oh, big SUV?
Big SUV.
Okay. Because there's, you know, I think what my brother's trying to say is that they don't make SUVs that big anymore. That must be an older one, or
I don't know.
not sure.
Not too sure.
Because they started downsizing a lot of those sports utility vehicles because of gas guzzling, blah, blah, blah. But or they still make a few big ones because they have gotten smaller. Minivans have gotten smaller.
Yes.
Ooh. Anything you would like to share? God, it's cold.
It's cold.
Yes, my left shoe, I definitely have a piece of ice melting underneath my left heel. The sock is turning into a sponge. Yes, and it's cold. So yes, my, oh God, yes. The sock is, like the ice is melting. The sock is absorbing like a fucking sponge. Oh yeah, it's wonderful.
You might not have a foot.
Might lose it. Well, fortunately, it's the back heel. If it were one of the toes, I'd say, oh shit, I'm losing a toe. But now I think right foot feels fine. Right foot's nice and toasty. It's left foot. Jesus Christ. What else? I don't know. We're gonna do more of these walks. I mean, the fans, your fans, buddy, not my fans. Your fans have requested more walk and talks, not just about life, but show us the plants, show us the scenery,
Yes.
show us the signs so we can dox you. Tell us about,
Consider
well, yeah, the spruce tree and the, what do I call? I called it a sweet baby. It's a sweet bay. It was a Magnolia virginiana, sort of like it was. Yes, I called it a.
junipers in the eastern.
Yes, yes.
The Osage.
I like Sweet Baby. There was actually, remember there was a band called Sweet Baby. That's what I was thinking about. The, you know, punk band, Sweet Baby. Who had that song? 'Cause you're super, super, super woman to me. That's what you be. Was that?
Brent's TV.
That's Brent's TV. Okay, Brent's TV and Sweet Baby had, okay, they did like one of those split, like one side of the record was 3 Brent's TV songs, the other side was 3 Sweet Baby songs. And Sweet Baby had a song I always loved. Maybe you've heard it. It goes, I met her in Andorra. It's a real small mountain country, so I couldn't miss her. She said her name was Laura. Now, let's hold on a minute. Don't worry, buddy. No one can see you. This is nice. It's way too dark. Shine your flashlight real quick. There's a beautiful bamboo stand. I've been tempted to come along, chop a few, and try to plant some bamboo because you can't see. It's dark as hell. There's a massively giant, beautiful bamboo stand right here. I've shown it before. It's quite a big one. Let's come back here in the daytime. Yeah, this is all bamboo. It's pretty. How broad would you say this is? This is like, I don't know. Yeah, it's a very thick bamboo grove. Okay. There you go, buddy. Don't worry. Okay. I like the bamboo. It's a lovely bamboo grove. Ooh. Bamboo is also an invasive species. Again, native to China, but I don't know, I always like bamboo. It's a unique, you know what I mean?
This is.
Actually, hold on, stop. We've got some light here. Maybe you can, some
Nice.
street light. No one can see you, don't worry. Now, okay. Yeah, but see the star bursting? That must be like a scratch. I hate that. It shouldn't be bursting like that. Look at that. You okay, buddy?
My hands get cold.
Hands are getting cold.
Oh,
Okay.
it's back out.
Oh, well.
Are you okay?
Just cold, but glad we took the walk. I think the Concerta, if I hadn't taken the Concerta, I wouldn't want to be here right now. I think the Concerta is actually making me, so I want more fucking Concerta. I'm glad we're talking Concerta because I want me some Concerta. I want to get some bamboo, and if I own property, I think maybe I try to plant a couple Osage oranges. They would take decades to mature, but they're a gnarly, you know, more like a native to the plains and like, you know, the high, not quite the prairie plains, not quite the desert, but you know, it's more of a more arid tree, but it grows here and it looks gnarly once it's. What other trees do we see? Is that what was that one? We'll have to come back and see the staghorn sumac in the summertime. Very. Oh, no one's here. I thought there was a car coming again. And it's way too dark and way too cold now. But there is a pretty cool public trail through these woods here. I've walked it before. And there's like, you know, there's that like that cliff, that bluff, you know what I mean, over the creek.
Yes, there is.
So we'll maybe if it, see, I don't want to do this when we bitterly cold. If we get like a day when it's a bit above freezing and the sun is shining,
yes,
I'm gonna put on 2 pairs of socks, and you should put on a pair of boots so you don't trip.
yes.
And we'll maybe we'll walk that. It's a very lovely trail, and it overlooks that creek. You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
There's some nice wilderness around here. I wouldn't call it wilderness, but nice natural areas. Speed limit on this road is 40. I don't know if you can see that. 40 miles per hour. This is the USA. We don't do kilometers. 40 miles per hour. But these cars are going a bit faster, I'd say. They're probably going 55, 60. Yeah, they're just zipping around. Yeah, they just zip around. And you got these curves. So anyway, we're getting dark, so it's becoming like an audio only. But this dark patch of woods is a nice. I can't even see it now. It's probably snowed over. There is a nice public trail. Small, but I think it's maintained to an extent. And it's in here somewhere. It's nice. We'll go that way sometime. All right. Let's see, what else? Well, I was going to say, I can pause for it. What do we got over here? It's a pretty big house. And there's like, yeah, there's a creek, a different creek. I think it flows into that pond down there. That dammed. You know, they talk about, you hear, not so much anymore, you still a lot about, we got to preserve open space. Open space. And you know, the only reason there was open space is because there were farms. If you're not going to farm, the open space will rapidly turn back into the woodland that it naturally was. The woods are natural. Yes, you want to, I'm nothing against farming. If you want to clear the land and farm, that's cool. Once you decide you don't want to farm anymore, why would you want to preserve acres of just open plains? We're not in the prairie here. It would naturally, without farming, it would naturally be, yes, woods. It would start out first with the eastern red cedars taking over the field first, becoming the first comer, because they breed like rabbits. Like I told you, I was saying how spruce trees are hermaphrodites. Like, is the top is male, bottom is female, or vice versa. Spruce trees are hermaphrodites. But the juniper, eastern red cedar, is monosexual. It's either male or female. So they produce like rabbits. So see, this is a cool bridge. We can't see the creek here. God, it's too dark. I remember one time a few years back. What was it? We got a major flood. Was it a hurricane hit or something? We got a major flood, and this was all underwater. I remember this little creek here was like a river, and I had to stop and turn around. I couldn't pass this whole. You can't even see it, but this. I remember because we're kind of. They can't tell. It's getting too dark for this shit. There's a bit of a dip in the road. Now we're going uphill. This. I remember that creek. It's a small creek. It was like a fucking. Like fucking Mississippi. I was like, what the holy shit? It was like to turn around. I forget what flood that was. It was a major flood we had one year. One of those rare. I don't know. All right, so now we're walking in darkness.
Yes.
Oh, is that your planet? Is that your planet with your planetoid?
Yes, it is.
That shiny dot there is my brother's been seeing. It's very hard to see here, but to the lower left, there's you can't see on camera. You got these too dark, but yeah, there's like a smaller. Let's look at it. I wonder what it is. Maybe is it Orion's belt, but the rest of the belt is obscured, or is it by cloud cover? What? Oh, my mistake. Oh,
That's Orion's belt.
I don't know if they can see that, but yes, okay, that's clearly Orion's belt. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. That's the chariot race. The
Crusades.
The Crusades, yes. They probably can't see it. That very faint dot out there, that was Achilles' last stand, Battle of Troy. Oh yeah, just as soon as you see that little dot, I immediately think, you know,
Yes.
Achilles getting shot in his heel.
He got cut, but he doesn't have a gun back then.
No, shot by an arrow.
Oh, really?
I thought he was shot by an arrow.
He
It
was
was
hit with a sword.
all right. Who was the last time you read the Iliad? Because I don't know. I thought he was hit by an arrow, shot by an arrow.
Look it up.
This is where we go. We bullshit like this. So when Wikipedia first came out, it was amazing. Like I start reading about a topic, then I can just click on a link, start reading about some other unrelated, but semi-related topic. Okay, so Achilles. His one weakness was his heel. His Achilles heel. Was he hit by an arrow or a rock or a sword? What do you? I say arrow. What do you say?
I think it was cut with a sword.
Cut with a sword. Okay. No one's coming that way. Good. How we go from talking about Concerta to, you know,
Juniper trees.
junipers to Achilles.
Yes.
You know, I can make this 2 videos. Actually, oh no, for a minute I thought this was a path. There's someone's driveway right here. They can't see it, doesn't matter. There's no light. I can't turn on my, oh I can. That's interesting. Yeah, I thought that was a path. I didn't know I could do that. Okay. Maybe this will help. People won't run us over. But, yeah, so, again, not a lot of snow. A few inches, 5, 6 inches. Not
Just enough to be a pain.
just have to be a pain in the ass, but nice. It's pretty. Very cold, but not too tough to walk in. Oh, shit. I don't want to get on this car coming. See, there's a dip, as I was talking about, right? There's a dip in the road. Take a look. You can't see the car yet because he's down. He's about to come up. There's a creek over there. He's crossing the creek. There he is. That dip in the road during one, you know, during one colossal flood was totally, the whole roadway was, you know, it was like the bridge was out. I had to turn around and remember that. There was that dip in the road. We just walked up that way. Okay, what else? Can't be good. Wouldn't be the first time. Is another car coming?
I think we can make the turn.
I think so. This is kind of a cool effect. Here's my hand adding like a red. Yeah, okay. We almost made it. You're right.
There's a little car. Traffic jam.
Right. It's, you know, see, no one's around except right when we want to make a turn. See that? What is this guy doing?
Making right.
Oh, thank Christ. I just want you to do this real quick. Like, like it adds like a red glow because these gloves are red. It's got this red snow glow. Very artsy. Anything else we wish to discuss? So what I mean about, as I was talking about before, even though it wasn't a whole lot of snow, when the plow, see right here, there's very little snow. When the plow comes around, you get like a mound like this. That was the problem I had. Here's the street. Here's like, so you get, what would you say that is? Even though it's only 5 or 6 inches of snow,
It's like a foot maybe
with
more.
the plow you get like, yeah, close to 12 inches, and you got to like, you know, right where the driveway, and you got to, Christ, another fucking car. No one can see you, don't worry. All right. Jesus Christ, man. Yes, that's what I was talking about. That's the hardest part. When the plow goes around, 5 or 6 inches turns into a foot because they plow the snow that's, you know, on the road to the sides there like that. I like this red effect. Anything else you want to share?
No.
I said, anything else you want to share?
Not that I can think about the moment.
Well, tell me the weather report real quick, because right now it's Monday, as we said. Let's turn to a longer walk. It's supposed to be like a 15-minute video. Martin Luther King Day, the day our King Trump was crowned for the second time in a row. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even Friday, single digits at night. Like tonight's gonna be like 5 degrees or some shit, Fahrenheit.
Yes, sir.
And then even the daytime, it doesn't get above freezing. It's in the teens. 19s. Well, it's close, all right. But when does the weather break? Sunday, almost a week. They say we should go into the 40s.
I hope so.
But are we getting any more snow, or is this just going to be very brutally cold?
I think it's just supposed to be cold.
Just cold. So maybe if it's not too cold, we'll go for a daytime walk in the sunshine. It'd be nice if we had neat bucks. So you don't have to worry about, okay, got to pay the rent. Well, only $100 and the government paid for it. Oh, got to pay the electricity. Oh, the government paid for it. We have nothing to worry about. We're effectively the same as being a billionaire. It's like the same thing. It's like the opposite of the stream, the same thing. And we can just go for walks every day and, you know, talk about shit and stream. Yeah. If, you know, someone gets hurt, Medicaid pays for it. It's like, buddy, if you can't be a billionaire, the government dole is like the only way. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You see the snow. This road is nice, and they did a good job around here plowing the roads, I must say. Well, no, our street, which you can probably find in a map, was kind of shit, wasn't it? It was kind of shit today.
Yes.
But the main highways weren't too bad. The county roads were, I'm asking, because I didn't go anywhere today.
No, yeah, the county roads were good.
So now, okay, now we're seeing, see, this road looks good. Now you look here. This is the roadway. See this? It's like, yeah, this doesn't look too good. It's like the plow only went one way, you know what I mean? It's like the plow, they plowed on this side, but they didn't plow this side of the street. Yeah, see this? There's a car about to pull out from their driveway here. Hopefully they go left. Yes, I agree. But of course, oh yes. Yes. Well, that's kind of cool. You know, it's funny, it's actually, I don't know if it's because I've gotten used to the cold. Like, I don't want to spend all night out here. I don't feel too bad right now. Or maybe it was a little windy before.
It was.
It doesn't feel that cold right now. It feels okay. Like my lower third feels better. It's still chilly, but, you know, I guess the wind died down. The wind blowing on my lower third was bad. But
It was no good.
no good. But now, man. And, what else? Okay, I remember, at one time, I think I was on a road not too far from here, driving, and it had snowed a few days earlier, but the roads were plowed. It was below freezing, and I hit some black ice. I didn't even see it. And I was driving that Cutlass Supreme. It was almost as old as me, the 83 Cutlass, and it had the rear-wheel drive, which is great in the summertime. But I remember I didn't even see it. I wasn't speeding. Speed limit was like 30, 35. I was probably going 40, 45. I was speeding a little bit, and I didn't even see it. I hit a patch of black ice and like totally turned around. Fortunately, I didn't go off the road. There was no one else around. There was no accident. So I just turned the wheel and straightened myself out. But it was scary. I fishtailed and I turned around. You know what I mean?
Wow.
That was like 20 years ago.
That was.
Maybe even longer. But yeah, I remember that. I didn't see it. The road looked clear. It looked like this. It looked totally black and clear. Like that you can see is, well, this is actually salt. This isn't ice, this is salt. And I must hit what they call black ice. It's just clear ice. You can't tell it's there. It's clear. You think it's just roadway. I hit it, and I remember the car turned around like twice or three times. I was facing the wrong direction. And, yeah, it was scary. If another car had been coming, there would have been an accident. I'd probably, there'd probably be a wreck.
Yes.
And thank God, by the grace of God, no one else was there. And I didn't end up in the ditch, because it's a very narrow road. There was, the road. There's a ditch right there. By the grace of God, I ended up I went the other way. I ended up in the middle of the road. So instead of ending up in the ditch, no one was around. I ended up in the middle of the road, and I was able to just turn myself out. I must have been I was in college. 20, 21, I don't remember. So yeah, but yeah. Ever tell you that story?
did.
It was scary because you lose control. It's like, oh, and you don't feel it coming. Everything seemed fine. Oh, we got some. They can't see this, can they? These are like woods over here, dark woods.
Yes.
That was nice. This is a public sidewalk that I guess the township came along and plowed, which is nice. Shovel. You know what I mean. They actually have some guys come with shovels, or they have a snowball. I mean, yeah. Did you see anyone out today? Or?
I did not, no.
Oh, this is actually technically. How many bridges did we cross? Is someone keeping track? Yeah, I think lady with the dog, smaller bridge, even smaller bridge, 1, 2, 3. Then the pond, 4, and the one on the road over there, 5, maybe even 6. Here's another one. This doesn't really look like a bridge. There's definitely a creek down there over that embankment, which looks frozen. They can't see it. You see these that's right there's an escarpment, and that's a frozen creek, slow-moving frozen creek. Oh well. All right, I think that's enough for now. Unless there's anything else you want to share.
Nope, there's nothing.
Put these together. What else? Now I'm starting to get a little sore. But I think the Concerta, I like it. I like Concerta. I think it's good for me, or at least I should try it for a bit. And maybe it's the way, who knows? Maybe it's Concerta plus gabapentin, or Concerta plus Prozac. Actually, I don't think I took Prozac today. I think it's Concerta and gabapentin. They seem to do me well. It's just Concerta is a controlled substance. And I told these idiots, the last thing I'll say, I said, I understand there are druggies out there who abuse things, but these medicines were designed for a reason. There are people who actually need them. You treat us all like fucking criminals. It's like these were designed for a reason. There are people who actually legitimately need them. We're all fucking criminals, like innocent until proven, guilty until proven innocent. So I'm like, all right, we'll go down to this curb here and we'll take a look at the snow. Like what happens, what I was talking about here. Oh, so there's like an embankment as the plow comes along, and when they do this, you gotta shovel it in front of your fucking driveway. It's a pain in the ass. And you can see all this as they go around the curb. They go around the curb. See what was 5 or 6 inches of snow turns into a foot plus that you gotta shovel, so you can get out of your own fucking driveway. So this is for anyone living in a warm, because with the internet now, if you live in a warm environment or a place that doesn't see much snow, understand it might be lovely to look at, the first time, but trust me, and this hasn't been a bad winter. Some winters you get like a ton of snow, and it's just such a pain in the ass. Imagine dealing with this like every few days. See? All right, for now, occupational click and brother out.
Goodbye.
All right, actually, I got to record this because there's a street light behind us here. So it's shining a light on this tree. Again, this is an oak tree. Oak trees they make acorns, squirrels. Oak trees are deciduous. They lose their leaves, but instead of falling off, they simply shrivel and stay on the vine or on the branch until spring.
Across the street.
Right. When the new buds come in, the old leaves fall off. Most deciduous trees lose their leaves entirely. They're totally bare. But there's a car coming, of course. Great. All right, but it is interesting because it's like this is good light here. Yeah, they lose their leaves, but the leaves die, but they don't fall off. They stay on this tree till springtime, and then the new buds. Whereas any other tree, most other deciduous trees just lose their leaves flat out. All right. Now, by the way, are we gonna make some sausage when we get home, or no?
Maybe.
I could kind of go for some chicken. Well, okay, some chicken, some sausage. We finished the meat pie. All right, so maybe it's time to broil up some sausage. All right, sausages. All right. Okay.